Welcome back, YouTubers. This is going to be a review of Figma numbers 72 and 432, which are both Saber Alter, or Artoria Alter, depending on which version you want to call it. Now, as you can see, these two figures are fairly different from each other, and that's due to the innovations and changes that Figma has made over the course of their run of designs. First, let's get to the box this one came in. I no longer have the one for those. Standard box, has all the stuff on the back you expect. Top and bottom are the same. But anyway, now as you can see, these two are very different. This one is a bit shorter. It's a different coloring. As you can see, the sword has a darker red in this one, while it's a lighter red here. Contrast with the marks on the armor, very different, plus the armor has more mass to it. It's more flared, more substantive. This is much flatter, much less expressive. The chest sections, arms, especially the shoulders, these are hard plastic, these are soft plastic. Rubber, more likely. And overall, the figures are very different, which really goes to show that they've made a lot of changes over the years in the design of these things. But anyway, let's get to the figures themselves. First, the original number 72. Now, as you can see, it's very, I guess the word I'd use is flat. The figure doesn't have as much definition as the later one, but it's still a good figure. The waist piece, however, is a much harder plastic than this one. This one is a lot softer, more pliant. This one, very rigid. The front piece is the same kind of rubbery plastic, and the legs are actually pretty standard on both of them, as you can see here and here. They're very similar, just slight stylistic differences. The real difference with them is the changes that have happened over the years. These ones use the old pin system, which I do kind of like. However, the newer ones have that ball joint system. The other thing is this one has substantially less stuff with it. Apart from the visor and the swing to the side hair here, the only other piece this one comes with is this one, which is the straight-on look, which is the one I frequently leave on it. There we go. It also has a second face with her doing her screaming yell face. It also has a lot of hands. Unfortunately for this figure, these ones are the older ones, so they tend to fall out of the older one's lock. I got this second hand, so yeah. Wasn't in as good a condition original, but it's still good. Though I have to say, if you're going to get any of these, get the newer one, because something I had happen is some of the plastic in this shoulder cracked a little bit. I sealed it up, but the problem is just not as good as the newer one, especially in design overall. But anyway, that's the original. As you can see, it's a pretty good figure, standard base, pretty standard everything. It's not that different from later Figmas. But, as I said, this one is one of the originals, and you can't fault it for being that, because, you know, these things improve over time. As for the newer one, as I briefly showed, it's a lot better. Most of the parts underneath are the same, but the waist piece where the plug is, the armor plates, as you can see, they pull out here on the back when you move them forward. There's a lot more posability and a lot more joints. Really shows how they've improved these things over the years. The coloring is also, in my opinion, really good. Compared to the original, the color work on this and the design is much, much better. It also comes with a score more of parts. Like I said, the original didn't have very much. This one has 3 faces instead of just 2. This face is pretty much like the one I had on it last, but there's also a yelling face. And one of her eyes looking slightly to the side and her mouth closed in a smirk. But the real important difference is the hair pieces. Now, like the original, it comes with one where the visor is on and the hair is swaying, but unlike the other ones, it's not so exaggerated. Plus, the visor is a lot flatter than the other one. This one is more concave, as you can see here, than this one. It's also a bit bigger and wider, I think. The other thing it comes with is a second set of hair, which sways to both sides. Apart from that, though, there's not much else that's different about their items, except that, ironically enough, this one comes with slightly fewer hands, only 8. But, all in all, the hands are a bit better. The only thing you're really missing from the other one is the pointing ones. And of course it comes with the extra joint that almost all of these carry now. Overall, I really think that this figure is a major improvement and a great update. So if you are looking to update it or you never got them, skip figure 72, go for 432. It's the better choice and a better value for you overall. The other thing that's really good is that this one is effectively the same model for Maid Alter and Shinjuku Alter. All 3 of these figures are effectively the same head sculpt, so the interchangeable parts amongst them make them really good. All in all, these are all 4 of the different alters that have been released for Saber over the years. And of them, these 3 are the most recent and the best designs. And this one comes with a dog. Plus, as you can see, the sword here, and the sword that comes with her are all, well, the gun that comes with her, are pretty much the same. So if you're looking for a figure to swap items with, this one's a good one. Anyway, please like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao!